Father, how are you?
Well, I'm okay. I'm good. I'm in good. You are now not yet into winter. Here it is really winter kind of feeling is there, so it's pleasant.
Okay, Father.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
So, Father, with your permission, should we begin?
As
Okay,
per
good.
our regular numbers, we have around 70 to 75 people joining every day. Today we have only around 50.
Yes, if Father permits, we'll begin and they can join accordingly. I already
No,
took
I am
them.
ready. I mean, those who are there, they get it. Those who are not there, they don't get it. That's all. No problem. I mean, you start, I
Okay,
would say. I mean, up to you, your choice. I'm
okay,
okay.
Father.
And
I will
I am
start.
okay for coming hour or so, an hour and a half, because I thought I would have something else, but that this time adjustment that's coming up a little later, so I have time. Yeah.
Okay, Father. Okay. So, what do you
Okay.
suggest, Anirban sir? 2 more minutes? Should we wait?
Once I think you can also ask everybody to switch on the video mode, and then I think around 2 minutes, and then please start.
Okay, sir. Participants, please switch on your camera because if you don't switch on, today's session will not be started. So please switch on your camera. I already informed yesterday that for today's session, you have to join 5 minutes before the scheduled time, and also you need to keep your camera on throughout. So I hope you all are prepared for that because I already informed yesterday.
Yeah, and consider this as part of the training. I mean, as I told you, and there are a lot of small details, as we know. For example, in the room that I am sitting, the windows are in front of me. So maximum light coming into this room is hitting on my face. So make sure if you are sitting in a room, you are not sitting, behind with your camera facing the window. So your facial features are visible. Yeah, exactly. I mean, these. Okay, good, very good. Nice to see you all as you are coming online. Yeah. Yes, welcome to Nayonika Das from wherever she is. Those who are coming online as we are waiting can say also from where they are, which is the institution or something. Feel free. We are in a coffee break time, so don't be hesitant to talk, to barge in. Yeah, feel
Good
free.
evening,
It's your
Father.
space. Yes.
Good evening, Father. I am Nayonika Das from University of North Bengal. I am pursuing my MBA degree from
I hope it's
Department
coffee
of
break
Management,
program.
University of North Bengal.
Ah, great.
Esteemed faculty members, the organizer, and the participants across India and also outside. I am Dr. Kalpana Panikai from Sikkim, Manipal Institute of Technology, Sikkim. Thank you, everyone. A very good evening to all.
But Dr. Kalpana Panigrahi, we would like to see you and your background there in the Sikkim Manipal Institute.
Yes, I am trying to fix it, but something is there problem. I'm using the system. And I am still in chamber, maybe. So, but next session I will be joining from my quarter, so that will be with us.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Pushpalakshmi's roof we can see.
Excuse me, Father.
Welcome, Dr. Pushpalakshmi. Yes, carry on. 202.
Excuse me, Doctor.
Puja is there. Okay. Yes.
Father,
Yes.
can I introduce Father?
Yes.
Hello, sir. Yes. I am Dr. Kanagaraj Kalimuthu.
Yeah.
And I belong to south part of India. Are you hearing further?
Yes, welcome. And that much from your name we can make out that all
Yeah, I am Dr.
Kanagaraj and
Kanagaraj.
those two are
Yeah.
from southern part of India.
Yeah, I am Dr. Kanagaraj Kalimuthu and belonging to south part of India, particularly for Chennai. And now I am working as a professor in
Nice to
Department
know.
of Commerce with the professional accounting in Coimbatore. And I have more than 25 years of academic experience. And after completion of my the doctorate of philosophy in commerce, I went to abroad and working as a professor in the Department of College of Business and Economics around 11 years in African country like Ethiopia.
Ah,
And
yeah,
just
I'm close by.
and last year I came to India around April 2024. And just 1 year before, I joined as a professor in the Department of Commerce with professional accounting in Coimbatore. And I am searching for the faculty development program. One of my friends suggested that the Department of Management is going to conduct one faculty development program through online. So that is why I'm eagerly joined as a participant in this occasion. Thank you for that.
Welcome.
Okay, Father, I think we can start now. It's past 4:20. So we can start now, Father. Please allow me to introduce you. Okay, once again, a cordial and gracious welcome to all honored participants and our respected resource person as we gather on this third day of ATAL Online FDP titled Impact of Online Mode of Education on Conventional System in the Domain of Higher Education in India, Challenges and Opportunities, with the objective to exchange insights, foster dialogue, and explore new frontiers. We are deeply honored today to extend a warm welcome to our distinguished international speaker, whose presence today adds great value and a truly global perspective to this faculty development program. We have with us Professor George Thadathil, SDB. He is the General Coordinator for Salesian University Network Global, Rome. Prior to assuming the present role, he worked as the principal of Salesian College Autonomous, Darjeeling, Siliguri and Sonada for 23 years. He is an author with over half a dozen books, a researcher with a collaborative association with Asia Network USA, AIA CHE India, UNISA Argentina, UBCHEA Hong Kong, and an educational administrator. He has lectured at the University of Hong Kong and the University of Zhejiang, Hangzhou in the recent past. His latest work is entitled Christian Education and Democracy in India 2024. Father, we cordially welcome you, and we are really lucky to have you with us today. So, Father, over to you. The session is yours now. Please kindly take over, Father.
Okay, thank you, Davarati, for the invitation, and congratulations to all of you for having coordinated this event at the invitation of AICTE. And as we have been listening to prior speakers, as a follow-up and fallout of the national education policy, and I guess the educational administrators of the country assessing the global situation, everyone is making an all-out effort to upgrade and to deepen the kind of higher education that's happening in our country. And that's the reason, I guess, as soon as you you made your proposal, AICTE was also equally interested in backing you because everyone knows by now that the world is changing, educational situation is changing, and we need to change, and we are going to look at some of the aspects, very practical aspects of what this change is all about. The challenges that we face, when I say we, I am positioning all of us as global players. We are not individuals in just one place, just like we heard from Kanagaraj Kalimuthu that just 2 years ago he was in Ethiopia and now he's back in India. And there is such history behind every one of us. And we are potential players in one way or the other in the global situation or global scene of higher education. So the skills that we are trying to upgrade and the ways in which we are trying to innovate our education in our classroom is having an impact not only that day, that moment, but it has a wider ramification. And of course, it is true because even in the most traditional of sense, we have all been taught and we have all heard and we all believe that we are shaping lives. So, okay, yeah, you might continue to be teaching wherever you are in South India or West India or North India, but in a couple of months from now, your students will be global players. So just think of that. So this is the other reason why we need to be on the upfront and in the know of how we can be the best. So once again, thanks, congrats. And what I intend to do is very, very simple. Because of my own background of realizing that this exercise that we are doing is easily said. I can also make, I have my PowerPoint, I've got my literature, but that is available to you. But how do we see the interface between the human side and the digital side of education? This is the topic that I volunteered to talk about in this webinar, which is about catching up with and meeting up to the challenges of digital education. So what I suggest is that we do some active learning during this session. Learning to do what? Learning to see the connection between the human and the digital. And how do we learn? As we know, and as we, whether we are from engineering and this is AICT, so no AICT related course, which is very pragmatic, practical, goal-oriented, result-oriented, can be learned without learning to do it. It's not a matter of, writing an essay. I mean, you may write an essay, but what is that essay about? You may make a PPT, and that, of course, requires some technology. Though with AI now, as you start making the PPT, the 4 different options of how that slide can be made came to me this morning without me asking any AI prompt. Just from my workspace of the M3 Microsoft 365 that I am using, already has inbuilt into it the AI, telling me that this, this picture you can use or that picture that you can use. So, but that technology use we need. Now, what we are trying to say is, therefore, how do we learn this interfacing between the human and the digital in this activity in which we are all already professionals with years of experience of teaching. So we are not beginners, but we are not AI natives. We are not even digital natives. Maybe a few young faculty members here might be. So you know the difference between, digital immigrants. We have come into this platform. I have seen the time when learning platform was rise spread on the floor or on a mat, and you learn to write the alphabets. That is the very first platform. Even before using the slate and pencil, then the pencil and the paper, then the pen and the paper, then color pens and paper, then color pens and sticky notes and chart papers. See the evolution of the learning platforms. And so how do we interface this is the topic. How do we retain the value and the background within which, the Bharati said, there's nothing like showing your face, smiling at anyone. But this is happening in other parts of the world because they have been taught right from the time they are in their, nursery class. And I've seen this in the American classrooms, that children are taught to smile. The moment you are asked something, to stand up and smile before you answer. The moment a photograph or a camera is in front of you, grown up in that world. And the mere fact, therefore, that we are not there visually means we are not AI natives. We are not digital natives. Though you may want to say, no, I am very perfect, I'm very comfortable in the digital world. You are not. Because if one were, there would be no hesitancy, and which means a lot of implications behind that. That I have signed up for this program and I need to set aside the time. I need to have, my laptop set in shape with the connectivity. And if there is going to be a Mentimeter or a Padlet usage for taking a screenshot of a QR code, then you can't do that with only one. If you are using your laptop and if you have your camera of your mobile, then you may be able to take this QR code. So just giving very practical examples of what this digital friendliness calls upon us. And then, even if we have all of those, when it comes to taking a class or giving a lecture or communicating something, how do we bring the human into it? This is the topic. How do we interface the human and the digital in the educational platform that we have? So we are not, we presume, we are not here to argue about the need for change or that there has to be, whether it has to be blended mode or hybrid mode. All this are possible, we need, and how do we go about it? So let's begin. As I said, this is just simple exercise. So I would like that we have what is known as
Sir, excuse. So sorry for
yes,
the
tell me.
interruption.
Yes,
My name is Kritika.
Krutika Murugasamy.
Yeah.
But
So
hello.
I'm from south part of. Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, am I audible? Actually, I'm from south part of.
You are audible. You are not visible.
Because my college is getting over, so I need to wind up. For time being, I will switch off my camera. Will you permit?
Your camera is off or anyway.
Yeah, my camera is
We have
off.
not. Okay.
This college is
Okay,
getting
now I can see
college,
you.
college got
Now I can see
college got over.
you.
Okay.
Very good.
Actually, my college got over, so I need to wind up now. For time being, I will switch off the camera right now. Will you permit, sir?
Madam, you are always free to be there or not to be there. If you have to get back home and you have got some responsibility which is of priority, I guess you don't need any permission from any one of us you please proceed.
Okay. Okay.
The
Okay.
point is,
My department is going to
yeah, very good.
close it now, so
Yeah,
that's
very
why.
good, very good, very good, very good. Please, please. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
So,
But my video will be switch off the camera. So I'll be in audio.
yeah, so what we are trying to say is, how do we bring the digital, the human into the digital? So one of the ways of the human into digital is when there is visibility. And that point was captured by Krutika, who just now asked permission because she has some particular difficulty in making the human visible at this moment. Okay. Now, in engaging with the students in the physical space of discussion in a classroom, there is something called 1, 2, 4, all. Whether you have 30 students, 12 students, or 65 students, or 50, how do you engage everyone? How do you make sure that everyone feels that he or she got an opportunity to be human, to make his or her presence felt, his or her thoughts known to the others? This is a very simple, let's say, exercise, which is possible, as I am going to suggest that we do online, also offline. What does it mean? I will give 3 questions. You will take for 1 minute of your time to think about that question, to answer it by writing down on a piece of paper. Now, with regard to Krutika, who is now traveling from home, it may not be possible, but if it is possible, she can still text it. But that's the first part. 1 minute of your time to answer the question or to reflect about the question, to think about your answer by yourself. Once you have done that part, imagine you are telling this to your students on any topic that you want to engage in the classroom, of 45 minutes or 50 minutes. It only takes 6 minutes time, because 1 minute by themselves. Then 2 minutes for 2 persons. That's the 2. 1, 2. What they have thought about that question, they will share with each other. One will take 1 minute, the other one will take another minute. And then a group of 4. Imagine your classroom. There are 2 students on a desk with their chairs. So they spend 1 minute by themselves. They have answered your question. Then they have shared side by side. And then you are telling them, you another 2. That is the answer to the question. And that sharing leads to one answer for that group, because they have discussed, they have come up with the best answer that they could make to that question, or how they could put all the 4 ideas into one answer. And then that group of 4, after having, turned their back, 2 of them to the other 2, and having shared and discussed, each group will say their answer to the whole classroom. It doesn't require movement, even if you have got 60 students in a lecture hall, crowded space maybe, or you may have ample space. Utilize that space, make them to reflect for 1 minute by themselves, 2 minutes to share with one friend or their neighbor, another 2 minutes or 3 minutes or 4 minutes to share between the 2 and 2, 2 pairs. So 4, 1, 2, 4, all. Then the final is everyone. Now this simple procedure, or learning tool, mind you, there's a whole literature on this small thing of 1, 2, 4, all, as a facilitation tool, as an activity that any facilitator, and this word you heard in one of the previous lectures too, that we are not here in this age thinking and believing that only we have the perfect answer. So if the presumption behind this activity is all the 55 of us, we are all experts. We all have some vital information which is worth being talked about, which is worth being listened to by every other participant. My role is to facilitate your expertise being learned from by creating an occasion for the other 49 to listen to you. This is the shift that is happening and ought to happen in a way in our classrooms, is the philosophy and belief with which this particular resource person is addressing you. Now, this is still theory. You learn when you do it. This is AICT. Whether it is connecting the two electrodes or connecting your laptop to the power switch, you learn when you do it. Same thing here. So we are going to do it. So please write down the first, since we are learning it, I have 3 questions. First thing is, of course, to introduce yourself when you are with your partner, when you are with your online pair. When you introduce, mind you have only 1 minute time, introduce in such a way that the person hearing you will remember something about you. Example, my name in the matriculation certificate is TA, T for my house name, A for my father's name. All from South India will know this. So my nickname was travel agent. My name is George. Finito. So you may use something funny, you may create an action, you may put 2 horns as you tell your name, anything. If all of you were visible, I would have asked you to touch with your right hand your left cheek. Every one of us doing it. Just give a try, all of you who are there, what that action does to you. Take your right hand to your left cheek. So that's number 1. Do an action or tell your name. Second question is for you to reflect and to answer, what has been your best experience so far of a digital classroom? Describe in short your most memorable experience of a digital classroom. And third question is, what is the most human experience that you have had as a teacher or as a student that you remember, that you go back to? I repeat, you have 1 minute time. In this case, we give 2 minutes. Your name to your partner, your experience of a digital class or digital learning and online learning, in whichever way you think that impressed you, and of a human experience of teaching learning. 3 things, that's all. Next, I'm explaining the procedure so that it is clear for us. You will have a pair with you in a breakout in this online, and you will first, I will give 1 minute time of silence for all of us to answer and to prepare what you are going to talk. Then A will talk, B will listen, B will talk, A will listen. Then when the another 2 members will get added to your group, you will be 4 of you. In case in the technology thing, a third person comes or you have 1 extra, all of you, you will try to tell what you heard about the other person to the third and fourth person. And of the other group, same way. Instead of introducing yourself, introduce the other person. Instead of telling your best experience, tell what was the experience of the other partner of yours, and the same from the other two. That is round 2, where you have 4. And then we will come back to this general group, and I will invite some of you to share your experience. Over to the breakout group. But before we go into the breakout group, in this time, I repeat once again, 1 minute time for you to think your answer for these 3 questions. 1, how will you introduce yourself in a way that your listener will remember you? 2, what was your most memorable digital classroom experience? 3, what was your most touching or memorable human experience of a physical classroom? 1 minute of silence. Your time begins now. Now it is.
Sir, could you repeat the question, sir?
I will put it in the text box, chat box. Okay, I'll put the
sir.
question in
Okay,
the
sir.
chat
Okay,
box.
sir. Thank you, sir.
The chat box will be available also when they are in breakout group, right?
Should be, Father, but I can also post it in. I can anyways put it right now. They can take a note of it. I have already made a. I have typed it out.
I can share the screen. Share. Can you see my screen? Hello.
It's not yet, Father.
You are sharing it. Not yet.
Please check the chat box. Father, you can comment if there is any issues with the tech question.
Patrick,
Yep.
the third question is, what was your human experience as a teacher?
What was your human experience? Yeah. Okay. I'm so
As
sorry.
a- yeah.
Can you see the screen?
Yes, Father, it's visible.
No. Okay. Now, let me see. Yeah, these are the questions. Okay, your 1 minute is up. I repeat once again, introduce yourself when you are with your partner online in the breakout group. Share your personal experience of an online education and share your experience of a human platform, means a live classroom experience.
Okay, we are moving into the breakout session now. Kindly do not leave the group unless the session is closed. Okay, please stay in your breakout groups. Father, would you like to also join in one of the sessions?
Yes.
Okay, we have just a second. 45, 6. Okay, we have around 23 breakout rooms.
Good.
Patrick, there's a question in the chat box.
Yep.
Patrick sir, if you can kindly explain the breakout sessions, then it will be clear because many of us don't know about what breakout sessions, I mean, how it work.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah,
now,
please do that because learning that is our exercise itself.
yeah. Okay, so since I am the host, I have the control for breaking this entire group of 45 people into rooms, specific rooms where two of you will be there. Okay, as per the speaker's requirement, two people should be there in a sharing session. So each one of you will be put in a separate room. Okay, so in this case, you will be chatting with each other only, and there will be nobody else. The rest of the participants will be all in separate virtual rooms. Okay, and when the time is up or when we close the session, you will all be back in the common room. Okay, or I'll try to add you in the second room where four of you will be there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so
That
I'm
is,
going to
you'll
open.
get 2 minutes time. 2 minutes
Yes.
time you give in the beginning, then you add another two more to them. Yeah, continue.
Yes. Okay. So I'm opening the rooms now. Uh,
போய் அண்ணனும் தானே ஆபீஸ் போறாங்க வேலைக்கு போறாங்க
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Hello? 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 Yes, ma'am, you are audible. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Pragya, you have not joined group. Dr. Arul, Pragya, Momaji.
So, can you add me in that group again?
Okay, I can do that.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, sir?
Momaji, you're not in any group.
No, sir.
Okay, I can add
Actually, I
you.
don't know how to
Just join.
create
Just
a
hit,
group.
click
I
join and
went
you will
to,
enter.
sir, I went to a group, but I stayed for 1 minute, but I didn't find anybody else in that group. So I
Okay, no
returned.
problem. I'll add you in another group.
Sir, I went to the room number 13, but I was returned back to the main group automatically.
This is okay. Just a second. Dr. Kamini, okay.
Yes, sir.
Are you in any group?
Yes, sir. I have attended the discussion and I was there in a group.
Okay, you finished the meeting?
Yeah, I have finished that. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. All right.
I am also finished.
Fine. I request you all to stay in the group, and if you have come out, I'll have to close the broadcast and I'll add you again in both groups. Okay? Just stay
Okay,
there.
sir. Okay, sir.
Sir, Patrick, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I left the room, sir. What to do, sir?
Which room are you in? Do you know your room number?
Room number 13, sir.
Okay, I'll add you back.
Was for lunch. Peanut butter sandwich and then carrot and banana.
Sir, Dr. Chakravarti, you are in room number 13, right?
Yes, sir, but I left the room, sir. How
I'm
to
adding
join
you
again?
back. I'm adding you back. I'm adding you back. Sir, can you try to join from your end room number 13? I think you have that option.
How to join, sir?
Go to more and go to breakout rooms.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Okay, sir.
yeah.
I left the room number 21, sir. Will you join me again, sir?
Sudharani P, any issues?
Sir, room number 21, sir. I left the
I
room.
can't hear you. If you can type in chat.
Yes, yes.
Anirban sir, you were in a room, right? Are your discussions done?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome back. I guess all of you are back. The breakout session is over. Father, over to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are back.
Unmute, Father. Father George, unmute.
Father, unmute yourself. Father, unmute. Father, you need to unmute yourself.
But I never muted myself. Okay, can you hear me? Okay, fine, good. Okay, so what we have done so far is that we spent some time when we had the question to reflect on it, how we will present ourselves, what was the best online teaching experience, and what was the best or most memorable in-person traditional classroom experience, either as a student or as a teacher. We reflected, we shared. So some time for reflection on a question is where begin this process. What we have reflected and found as our response or answer, we shared. And in that sharing, we learned something. In the second round of sharing, we tried to person felt, how the other person named herself or himself, and what was the best online and personal class experience that he or she had, and vice versa. And now we are back all together. Imagine in your physical classroom as well, on any subject that you are teaching, it takes just a matter of 7 to 8 minutes in the morning or in the afternoon when your class starts, that in order to make sure, for example, that the students have revised, and in order to create a human connection with your students and among themselves, instead of straight away jumping into, do you remember what I told you yesterday? Or what is the definition of, maybe to share something about what was the best, experience you had yesterday evening, or was there a visitor in your home, something personal, and then to the material that you want them to remember or to talk about. And once they have shared, and the other who have shared, then when you listen to last, from all the different groups, then you get to know whether the students have understood what you are talking about. So may I invite now 4 groups to unmute any one person from that group and to say in less than a minute, you have 30 seconds to summarize. You don't have to repeat the names unless there is something exceptional that you would like to say about somebody, the way they introduce themselves. Go to what was the best experience of all the experiences that you shared and what was the best in-person experience. Over to you. May I invite Eldin Jiva, CR Eldin Jiva, to represent her group and to say something about the experience of the last 8 minutes or so, or 10 minutes.
Good evening, sir. I am Eldin Jiva from Naples Sri Bhavani College of Engineering. So over the conversation, I talked with Deborah. I think she's the host of this FDP. So from her talk, I understood one thing. She's a very dedicated and she engaged the students very well. And the other staffs also, other 2 persons also in the same college actually. So she shared her experience in COVID period actually. Then apart from that, I think it was very interesting in that conversation actually. Some other thing, and that's it, sir. It's very interesting actually.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Eldin Jiva. May
Thank
I
you, sir.
invite Abhinandan Basak?
Yes, sir. I am
Yes.
from West Bengal, Calcutta. I am from Techno India Group, and I am the faculty of Electrical Engineering Department. And my experience in the same thing we are sharing both we are sharing our experience from her. I am room number 14. And that's it. Hello.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Abhinandan. Wangdeep Tamang, could you represent your group and say something? What was the experience of the last 10 minutes?
Good evening, Father. I myself, Wangdeep Tamang. I was tied up with Sir Anirban Ghosh, who is our Dean of Management and Commerce. So basically, like we didn't have to introduce ourselves, and it was a very good interactive session between us. Sir Ded has always been guidance to us regarding departmental matters, other activities, and also regarding teaching matters. Like if we face any problem, we always go to Sir, and Sir has always been our guiding force. So like today also, like it was a very enlightening thing which I learned from him regarding also the human touch. Session.
Thank you.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you. Can I invite Mu Maji? Mu Maji. to represent your group and to say something about what was the last 8 minutes or 10 minutes like. Maji? No. Maya Sitaram Salve?
Yes, Father.
Yes.
Am I audible, Father?
Yes.
Good evening, Father. I had a conversation with Abhishek Pradhan. We were in room number 11. I am a teacher, and coincidentally, with my conversation or with my interaction, he was my student, and professionally, right now he is a student of MBA. He had done his bachelor, and after bachelor, he had a work experience with 11 months. And right now, he is a student of MBA, third semester, and he is due for fourth semester. And when I interacted with him, as a person, he's a very good person. He's from West Bengal, and he is currently a student pursuing MBA degree in Siliguri. And I am from Navi Mumbai in Maharashtra. And I had enjoyed a lot as a teacher as well as a student teacher with friendly communication. Approximate 7 to 8 minutes we were there. Firstly, we were introduced ourselves. Then nextly 2 or more minutes, we paused there. And at that time, we didn't know what should we do. And then the conversation is going on. And after 5 or 6 minutes, we both muted ourselves and we just put off our camera and audio, and just we were awaited for your session, Father.
Thank you. Thank you. May I invite Chakravarti Kumareshan? Okay. Manigandan? May I invite Madali Aravind? Dr. Kalpana Panigrahi?
Yes, Father.
Yes, over to you.
Sir, I was in the room with Kilsika ma'am, and Lafiza ma'am was also there, and one more ma'am. There two both they joined later, but we two of us were there for a couple of minutes. Me and Kilsika ma'am, and she is from Tamil Nadu Polytechnic College. She is in textile technology, and she introduced herself as a Google Map, and two other faculties also. They said the same thing what we see shared about online teaching, because there is a very less scope of interacting with the student and doing some activity. What they get the scope in the offline teaching. But my experience in this context is little bit different. my experience regarding online is what we can, it is very flexible, and we can log in from our home also, we can log in from our chamber also, and person, those who are in job, they can also pursue some degree, and this is the best part. Another thing is that that nothing to compare with one-to-one interaction that is in possible in offline, because we can do and many activities. That is the best part, and one-to-one relationship and one-to-one interaction. So, which is the essence of teaching and teacher student relationship, which is only possible in the offline teaching. Thank you, Father.
Thank you. Thank you, Kalpana, for that. Now, my dear friends, this was an attempt to let you know that the rapport means, human connections. Human connections underlie all learning and all meaningful learning. Let's put it that way. And it is possible that this human way of learning, which requires a person-to-person contact or connection and some amount of affectivity, in order to create a supportive environment, is possible also online. Yes, Kritika, you want to say something? I see a hand there. Kritika Murugaswamy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good evening, Father. I just put on
Yeah.
I want to share an experience that I have,
Yeah.
actually, I'm very much new to this profession, this teaching profession. I have experience in manufacturing. I worked in Aditya Birla Fashion and Retail Limited at Bangalore. Am I audible?
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
carry on.
This is my first teaching profession. Actually, I have worked as an I worked in Aditya Birla Fashion and Retail Limited at Bangalore. Entirely is a core company. It is an apparel manufacturing company, like branded. Hello.
Yes.
That is a branded.
Ma'am, you continue, ma'am. It's audible. Continue.
I thought. Okay. So the teaching profession is very much new to me, actually. So by asking the question how the digital classrooms and the human experience, it was really very interesting to me, since I'm from core and manufacturing line textile background. So the session was really was
Yeah, thank
experience.
you. Thank you. See, the point you are saying, madam, is the same thing. So one of the things that we realize when we do this kind of sharing is that what you think is what I think is what he or she is thinking. That there is a commonality of interest, of connection, which we come in first person to notice, to see. And when we see this also happening among students, and that's how the human learning as a socialization process deepens. That's how it deepens. So the dimensions of being human can be nurtured by creating occasions for rapport among a set of students or among a faculty. So, and when we do that, we are attending to the mental, the physical, the social, the emotional, and the spiritual. And only when this happens, we can truly say that, there is a holistic education, and teaching learning is a process of transferring this mutual engagement. And in that, we as teachers are accompanying our students. This is the main thing, that we are not though with all our preparation, our qualification, our experience, we tend to think, and partly it is true that we are controlling, but actually we are not the ones who are controlling. The ambient, the opportunity that we create. Now, I do not know, for example, all the conversations that took place in all the 22 breakout rooms that we had. But definitely, I trust that you benefited. You trust the person whose story you heard without having personally seen. So, this development of a trust between two persons, or three or four, is possible. And in that sense, the digital need not be an enemy of the human. This is one point. Second, that the human can be nurtured in and through also the digital. Of course, this is taken into extreme cases, and I will give one example, and I will invite you afterwards to watch that movie if you can. And that is, the movie on the companion. The movie is called this one. Robotic companionship is promoted in this sci-fi film, The Companion. There are two characters, there are four characters, or the six in fact, but the main, let's say, are this Josh and Irish. Now, Josh is the protagonist. Iris is the girl with whom they together go to this lakeside resort where there is Ellie and Patrick with their two other friends. Now, in this story, this Iris, the girlfriend of Josh, and Patrick, the friend of Ellie, are both robots. But the film in the beginning, you won't even think like that. So that a robotic companionship, that you can have an artificial intelligence modified person with whom you can relate almost as if in real life. This is the plot of the story. Now, but of course, again, controlled by Josh, and the violence element, and she is being attempted to be raped. In the process, she kills, and then then we come to know that she is not actually a real person. And similarly, Patrick is an robotic person, and Ellie. Now, the way in which Josh is using Iris in order to experiment how violent she will become, and the way in which Ellie is able to relate to Patrick in a more compassionate way, this is the kind of contrast of robotic violence on the one side, where the human-like person robot is being used for violence, against the human affections being promoted in a robotic person, Patrick, on the other side. So just to say how this is just a 2025 film. So how teachers like us or creative individuals are thinking through what we are talking about, the human and the digital. To what extent it is going, and now with AI, it's day by day enlargement. So we have something to think about and to maybe to worry about. What is that? What does the digital do to the human in the long run? When and where does the human undergo change or become even transhuman? And on the reverse,
Devarati, you are saying something. You have to unmute.
I think he got disconnected. Fathers got disconnected. We'll wait for some minutes.
There is a power cut in father's place, so he's waiting for the generator. He just texted me. So please hold on for some time.
Devarati ma'am, any clue where father is talking from, Italy or Africa?
No, I don't know. But what I know is it's 9 a.m. in father's place. Now it will be 10 or 10:30.
Okay, okay.
Father is trying to connect.
All right.
We just need to wait for some time, just 1 or 2 minutes.
Yes, so thank you for your patience. It only proved the theory. If something can go wrong, it will go wrong. So I was talking to you from Lubumbashi in Congo. In terms of comparison, as now our friend said, is one of those one of the richest countries of Africa with mineral resources, but poor also because of, you know, how the world goes. So I'm glad I'm back, and we should wind up. So I was summarizing, I was just trying to tell you that the technology is one side and the human aspect is the other. And from the human dimension, we have a big choice as teachers and as leaders and as family people to guide the new generation in terms of which direction we are going to take. So the AI replacing the human, or the potential, the possibility of that happening, and to what extent we look at AI as just one more tool. Well, okay, because it's you and I, our information which has been put on the floor, on the net, that is being concocted, rehashed, and then coming back to us as answers to questions, like in any platform. So this negotiation between the human and the digital has been the ongoing journey from the time the very first tool of chipping the rock and making the art on those caves of ancient times, of the Paleolithic time, to the post-industrial AI native generation, what we are trying to do. So I just wanted to pose the problem to you. So I did two things. One, give you an example that whether we are in physical classroom or in digital classroom, it is possible to create rapport. It is possible to create human connections. And I use the example of 1, 2, 4, all. So, but even with difficulties, you got a taste of how it can be effective. And the more you use it, and I can tell you, it's something that's worth trying out and making your own experimentation and innovation on it. And the second, that this field, as in all fields of research, is an ongoing field of research, and everyone is doing something, including those who are making movies. And this Hancock, who wrote the script and made the movie, approached one Cragg, who is a very famous director, but seeing his passion, the official director made the script writer the director of the film and supported him from behind. And in less than now 5 months' time, the film has recovered all its expense, and it has received quite a good review in terms of viewership, as well as in terms of making money. Pardon me? Yes, I
Yes,
didn't
Father,
hear you.
continue. Please continue, Father. Please continue. Please continue, Father. That was, I think, by mistake they unmuted the mic.
Okay. Okay. Okay, fine. So let's, I just want to, and I had something else just to let you know that this problem, now I am looking at it from the point of view of educational administrator. I am looking at it from the point of view of AICT, who is funding you for this webinar. And all of you who have signed up for, on behalf of your institutions, in terms of, making learning from this. And what is that? And that is this one. Can you see this little bit of my screen? You see here, this is I just took it from a friend of mine who is the director for faculty enhancement and digital learning in St. Joseph's College, Trichy. So if now you saw how much time we took just to learn how to do breakout room, and how much time it took for me to say very simple 3 questions, and how much time it took for those 3 questions to be understood by the listeners. So technical support for infrastructure, it takes minimum 3 months in order to do what? To ensure that the facility, stability, accessibility, and user support, to set up a dedicated LMS help desk, to create user guides, whom the IT team of a college or of a team and the LMS admins. Now, faculty training programs ongoing every semester in order to make sure that teachers or faculty becomes more and more confident and comfortable in connecting with the new age of students who are more comfortable. So build digital teaching competence, schedule hands-on LMS workshops, offer online self-placed modules, conduct webinars like this on tools like quizzes, forum. We learned one tool, one tool for all, just today. Faculty mindset, again, another 6 months it would take. Now, those of you in your own respective institutions, by looking at around you, how many faculty are feeling comfortable with it, how much time it took, can now gauge. From the point you start, it takes minimum 6 months for the faculty to feel, okay, oh, I will also do it. To promote openness to digital teaching, conduct orientation on teaching digital natives, invite success stories, reward innovative teaching, train faculty, etc. And who should do that? Academic leaders, the IQAC of your college. Each one of you on this platform are somewhere there because you have done it, you have seen it, so you are there in a position to motivate someone else. Okay, we can use a video next time for discussion. Content and pedagogy innovation, something that has to be constantly ongoing. Some new material that you have designed, or from an old material, how do you make a new way of teaching it? Enhance learning experience via LMS, promote flipped and blended classroom models, introduce gamified assessments and peer collaboration tools. Faculty teams, instructional designers, they have to keep this going or take leadership in making it happen. Feedback and continuous improvement quarterly review. Every institution has to do this, and I'm sure all good institutions are doing it. Why? To align the LMS usage with the student needs. So one of the earlier lectures, you remember, we're saying how do you objective-based education. So how do you make the OBE? How do you make the output-based learning? And a feature as a result of the way in which you took class and the learning that the student had and how that can be measured for a particular course, for a particular department, for the entire college or the university. So feedback continues through these regular student feedback, analytics on how engagement metrics are being used and revised at diners, just to let you know how and where things move or are in the offering that is before us. And let me come and conclude just here by letting us know that here, that without the human experience and on value orientation on the impact of education, no change will happen. And the attempts to keep the distinction and to ensure the human control over the machine and the AI generated products is possible even in education. And on the other side, once humanized any kind of technology, one tends to deal with the digital as if it were an extension of the human. And this is what you learn, one of the things that struck me watching that movie. Now it becomes a tool for a system, a machine-guided system for the benefit of those who remote control or allow themselves to be controlled by the machine. This is one extreme. So how do we use technology? How do we create interface between human and the digital? And how do we make our teaching learning a joy for our students? Thank you for your patient hearing. Wish you all a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Father. Today's we did something new and very interesting and engaging. We will try to apply this in offline mode as well and see how it works. Thank you so much, Father, for this information and also the experience which you have given us. I'm sure everyone is thankful to you, Father. Father, would you like to take some questions or discussion from the participants for maybe 5 minutes?
Okay. I have time, as I told you. So earlier I mentioned I was a little bit engaged.
Yes, Father.
I have time. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so quickly, if anyone wants to say anything or any question, any doubt, you can please ask it by unmuting yourself or writing your query or points in the chat box.
or make an input. I mean, not necessarily it has to be a question and answer, you know, it's the sharing. We're all here, as I told you. My premise is every one of you is an expert on this platform. You have something that others have to listen to. Yeah. But there are physical constraints, the time of the day, you are tired, all that also is real. It's not, it doesn't go away by wishing it. Yeah. So don't force yourself.
So, Father, there is an observation from Maya Sitaram that there is a movie called Endiran, that is a Tamil version, Tamil movie by Rajnikant, which also talks about robot and human interaction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Indiran. Rajnikant to Indiran. Talking about it is Akshay Kumar. Thank you for that.
Okay, I don't think so, Father. I think everyone is either tired or maybe just came back from work or something like that. So thank you so much.
Devarati, just a
Yes.
thought, and Father, it was a very interesting, as usual, very different as usual. Again, we were expecting something different, and it was different. And for me, of course, something new. For a moment, I thought I was lost because I was out of the main group, and just two of us, Wangdi and I, and then suddenly again nobody's bringing us back. So you feel that sudden void, that what is happening, which is, I think, common with online, this kind of activities. And the other thing I wanted to point out, because the question of this robotics came in, I do believe many of us have read the news just a couple of days back, and I think it was in the US that one retired old gentleman was so much into this chatting with the robotic or the AI, whatever the chatbot system, that he was invited over as if this was a young girl, and he went along to meet, and finally he did commit suicide, and the family comes to know about it much later when the investigation goes on. So what I'm trying to say is that it's really very hard, Father, as the morality, the extent to which we may bend towards this side, and of course we know there is no escape from this. And also the way our students are taking it up, I do believe that this kind of activity we can also do it with our students. So thank you, Father, very interesting. Thank you so much.
Welcome. It was a fun time for me as well. Thank you. Yeah.
Can I speak,
Yes.
please?
Yes.
Hello, Father. Nice seeing you after a long time. And as the session that you had started with the digitalization, and obviously with the advancement of the digital era, so many things has happened. And rightfully, you said at first that you made some of the slides with the help of Excel. But when you were explaining things, especially those three questions, we hardly realize while teaching our students what input are we giving to our students. But while discussing, I personally felt that we are also doing so much for our students to encourage them to, provide them confidence, and also helping them to develop themselves for their future. So this is one of the input that we have provided. And thank you so much for making us realize this. Thank you so much. And it was a really lovely session. Thank you so much. Was I audible?
Yeah.
No?
Thank you. My only feedback and my hope is that we will reach it. Yes. Hello.
Yes, Father, please continue.
No, I was saying my only hope is that we will reach it in India when I will have all my participants in a webinar, whether by ICT or by World Bank or by Global Solution Network, all will be online with their smiling faces. That is my dream. Thank you. Thank you for your time, and it was enjoyable. Yeah. Great. Keep going.
Thank you so much, Father.
Yeah.
Okay, dear
we call it a
participants.
day.
So, yes, Father. We'll have a break of 1.5 hours now because the next session will start at 7:30 p.m. So you all can take a break and get prepared for the next session. The next session is also going to be something interesting like this session. There also we are going to have breakout session activities. So kindly be prepared and also be prepared with your cameras because you might again be asked to turn your camera on. So okay, we can log out for now, Patrick sir, and join at 7:30 p.m.
Yeah, just remind everyone that breakout session, don't leave the room. Stay in the room. I'll pull you out from the room, okay? Because otherwise it's very difficult to reassign you guys into a room, yeah? The number is too large for me, okay?
Yes,
Thank you.
sir. Okay, sir. And when you are in breakout session, please don't be scared. The host sets the time, and once the time is over, you will be automatically coming back to the original session. That is the full session where you'll get to see everyone. So please don't get panic and don't leave the session. Once you leave, you are just out of the entire meet. And again, you have to rejoin, and then you can't go back to your breakout sessions. So anyway, see you at 7:30 p.m. and let's see what's new coming up for all of us. Thank you for now. See you at 7:30 p.m.
Thank you. Thank you.